Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Mylo's Mansion. This time from the studio, actually, where the magic happens, together with Merow.
Yo.
Welcome. What's up? How's life?
Yeah, it's great. Thanks for the invite. I love the
Of
studio.
course. Thank you.
So yeah, I'm good. I was chilling yesterday in the sun finally in Holland. So
Finally, good days.
that's perfect. And just chilling with my laptop, and then it overheated at the end of the day. But
Making music, or
I hope from the bangers, but I am afraid that it was from the sun. So yeah.
I know you're one of the few that actually also works in Logic. I always feel a special connection with people that work in Logic.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Yeah, a lot of people I know are working in Ableton.
Yeah.
Or, mostly in Ableton, I think. But yeah,
Why Logic, actually?
I don't know. I started like with it. I think it was because I bought a MacBook and I was like, okay, I think Logic is the most fast option for me to try it out. And yeah, I just went with it, and then I did try Ableton, but yeah, I didn't like the vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know the workflow. But yeah, I try to get better at it as well for collabs and stuff. But yeah, I just love Logic. I don't know why.
Because I think everyone that I know that's gone to, because you've also gone to the Herman Brood as well, right?
Yeah.
They teach in Logic there, right?
Yeah, they used to have only Logic lessons. I remember people saying, yeah, you only need a MacBook and Logic. But now, we had Ableton lessons. So I was like, what? What's
Weird.
happening? But then, they were like, just go with whatever you want. And a lot of people also used FL Studio.
Yeah.
And then I remember in the last year, everybody switched to Ableton because of the teacher. But yeah, for me, I don't know. I was like, Logic is just, I like the workflow and just.
Yeah, I love that it's just like clean and like.
Yeah.
It's like very, you know where everything is.
Yeah.
There's like not 100 windows with
Looks simple.
different things. It's very simple.
Yeah.
But then
Exactly.
people are always hating on the piano roll in Logic for some reason. I
I
think
don't
it
know.
works just fine.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I
this is
agree.
the discussion. I mean, I've said this in previous episodes, but what me and Martin would always have is he would always hate on the piano roll for some reason.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty different than FL Studio or Ableton, but I don't know, it works.
It works.
Yeah.
Just to switch over, nice connection there with Martin. You did the JBL, Martin Garrix. What is it? What was it? It was like a
Your Music Academy.
music academy, right?
Yeah.
How is that? Like,
Yeah,
I've heard him talk about it when they were like thinking about the idea of it,
Yeah.
but I've never actually really seen much about it and heard much from it. So kind of curious, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing it on Martin's Instagram, and I was like, okay, it looks pretty fun to like connect with other people from around the world, and also to go to the studios, because of course I saw the Stamp Studios, and I was like, whoa, it's a sick studio. I want to check that out. So yeah, I applied, and then I got an email saying that I was selected, and then we connected immediately with like 40 people from all around the world. It was
Crazy.
really crazy. Yeah, it was just a very special experience, I think. Also, just like arriving in Amsterdam with everybody, and yeah, it was a very special vibe connecting with everybody. It was like songwriters, producers, singers, a lot of like different genres,
Crazy.
which was really crazy. So yeah, for me it was still one of the most special weeks I've had. And also just going there together. Also, I think we went to the Dolby Atmos studio there. We were like
Sick.
crazy. Was insane. Yeah, we learned a lot of things. But yeah, the most special thing was the connecting with each other.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, that's what also for me when I started doing like writing sessions with like songwriters and
Yeah.
stuff. Before, like probably how we both started, it's just like on your laptop, in your bedroom, and you're just like messing around with sounds, and then all of a sudden you create music. But
Yeah.
then when I like actually started like writing songs and lyrics and all that kind of stuff, it was like such a mind-opening experience
Definitely.
to
Yeah.
actually create a song. I mean, not that a lot of dance music aren't songs just in a different way, but yeah, it's crazy to see like how people are actually like just writing an actual song.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also like super special to work with different producers and indeed songwriters. Just to you can learn from it like a lot. It's crazy. And also, I think the outcome of the track is gonna be so much more
Yeah.
different than doing it on your own. So yeah,
Yeah, I feel
it's
like
really special.
that was one of the things like I think all producers like in the beginning you want to do everything yourself, and then when you experience how it is to work with like a group of people,
Yeah,
I loved that a lot back
yeah,
when I started doing that.
definitely. Yeah, it was for me also the first time working with songwriters, but also with like producers. Just like really finishing up
Yeah.
a track. Like normally, at Herman Brood, we just go into the booth and mess around with stuff.
Yeah, they have like the small studio
Yes,
boxes,
yeah.
right?
We always called it like freezers because it looks like it, and it's always like it was super cold when you're alone, but then we're like with 5 people in the booth. It was so hot. It was really awful, but yeah, it's such great times. Just messing around with stuff, but yeah, with working with songwriters and the team is definitely super inspiring.
Yeah, and then from that moving on to like signing to Stamped.
Yeah, yeah, part of the family.
Part of the family. Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
How was that for you?
I mean, yeah, I've been listening to like the Stamped artists for a pretty long time, so it was pretty crazy to like get signed there and get the opportunity to also work there and connect with other artists and stuff. So yeah, for me it feels like a really warm welcome. Also the community is amazing. I don't know if you've noticed as well. I'm sure.
Of course. I mean, I think that Stamped is probably one of like the last labels that really has like that family feeling.
Yeah.
Like I remember back when I was like probably around your age. I'm getting old. Like that was spinning kind of for everyone. That like the big S was like the dream for everyone.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like that everyone was kind of trying to get to, and I feel like that has become Stamped a little bit now.
Definitely.
And that's like really that community vibe that Spinning had back in the days. So yeah, I think that's the still the special thing about
really
Stamped.
special. Yeah, I was like I think at ADE was the first time I played at a Stamped event in Club Air, and it was like the week before I released the first track there, and like within a week I played the track there, and the people were already singing the melody,
insane.
and I was like, whoa, I've never experienced that before. So
Honestly, that one was very special, even for me, like being an old man.
You're not that old, right?
No. Well, I'm close to 30 now.
Not 30 yet. So.
What age were you when you started out doing music?
I think I was 11 when I started DJing, and then like 2 or 3 years after, I was like, okay, I want to play my own music. So then I started producing. So
yeah, kind of the same as I did. Yeah, I think I was like 12 or something.
Nice. Did you start with DJing or
no?
With producing?
Yeah, with DJing actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Nice.
Yeah, usually the most people I know start out with producing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they had to be a DJ because they had a song that started
Yeah,
doing
true.
well. But I feel like I like it that like you already know how to DJ and are comfortable with DJing, and then when you have to start playing shows, you are a bit more comfortable doing it.
And just having fun.
Yeah.
Like without being that nervous, I think.
I mean, that's also like for all the footage that I've seen of you, like you're very comfortable DJing and like it's natural instead of
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Happy to hear. Yeah, I mean it's for me it's like a kind of a safe space where I can go crazy. Like normally in the studio I'm not that like outgoing.
No,
just
same.
Yeah, just calm and working in peace. And then on stage I don't know what happens. Just a lot of energy and having fun.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, I hear that a lot too. Like that people are like, or sometimes friends of mine are like, oh, he's DJing, but he's like so chill and calm and like. And then a friend of mine goes, well, yeah, you have to see until he goes on stage, and then you understand.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a good sign, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like the studio is just this chill place where you can just like nerd out behind
Yeah.
the computer
Exactly.
and just be in your own bubble,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, producer bubble. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like
Totally.
sometimes, like when I'm at home working on things and I have people over, like they're like, how can you still be listening to that little loop for the last 2 hours? Like they're completely going crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're like having the time of our life.
Just mixing, and I don't know what we're doing. Crazy stuff. Yeah, I have the same thing with my parents. Like my mostly I'm just working upstairs in my
Yeah.
room, and then my mom comes upstairs and she's like, "What are you doing? Are you okay?" Like, no, I was just playing around with
Just
it.
mixing this kick for the last hour.
Yeah, exactly.
So summer is coming up finally.
Yes, let's go.
Busy
Super
schedule
happy.
for you, I saw.
Yeah, it's the first time playing like international
Crazy.
gigs. So it's I don't know what to expect, but I'm just gonna have a lot of fun and preparing a lot of new music. Just playing around with making mashups and edits and stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm very curious.
You played in Shanghai, I saw, right?
Yeah, I played in April, I think.
How
The first time.
was that? The first time, like really international? Or?
Yeah, first time outside of Europe.
Crazy.
So yeah, I was like, what's going on?
How was that for you?
It was like a surreal experience, like from traveling so many hours. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, okay, this is different than the 2-hour flight to Spain or something. But yeah, then arriving there, just a whole different world, and yeah, it's so cool to experience, and also just arriving at the club and having like so many people being excited to see you and supporting. That's just crazy. I got like goosebumps from it.
Yeah,
Really?
it's insane. Like, I remember the first time, I think I went to Vietnam or something, or Korea. No, Korea. And it was me and Mela as well, Mesto. I think we both did a show together with Martin in Korea.
Nice.
And it was like literally, I mean, maybe the year or 2 years before that, like we were like making Bouncy Bob literally in our little bedroom studios. Like I remember me and Mela, the first time we were at my house, like at my parents' place, and we were like, it was like literally silence. We were like both
Yeah.
sitting behind our own laptop and like not talking to each other. Like it was so awkward. And I was like doing some stuff, and then he was like literally, can I like please do something now
Yeah.
as well? And like it was like the most awkward thing.
Wow.
And then literally a year later, we were like on the plane to Korea together.
It's totally
Crazy.
different.
How was like the
Vibe.
first time like collabing? I mean, you've been in school. You probably work like a lot with other people.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff,
mean,
right?
Yeah, collabing is always something weird, I think,
Yeah.
because you can't like be on the laptop at the
No.
same time, of course. So I think it's different with every producer.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I mostly love like just going to the studio and starting something, or like having this small idea and then working it out. But yeah, sometimes you're with someone in the studio, going from scratch and nothing comes out of it.
Yeah.
Or,
we've all
yeah.
been there.
Yeah, I mean, you can never like know what's gonna happen with a studio session, of course.
No, I've been in sessions where there was a writing session, and I think we worked on something for like 2 hours, and then after 2 hours, we both just said, "Should we just leave and go home? Because let's not waste each other's
Yeah.
time,
Yeah,
and just leave it at this. And maybe next time we get in the studio,
try again.
Try again."
Yeah, I don't know what like it's because of the vibes with the producer, or maybe because I
Yeah.
don't know.
Some people just have good days and bad days,
Yeah.
I guess.
Definitely, I mean it's a creative process, so you
Yeah.
can't like force it. I mean you can, but like
Never really works out when
No.
you force it.
true.
Usually the good songs are the ones at least the idea of it. Like then when you go into like the production, it can take a lot longer. But I guess most of the times the good songs, the idea is there pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then there's like mixing, and it's gonna take a long time.
Yeah.
But
All
yeah.
the nerd stuff.
Oh yes, yes. It's always a struggle. Like when you're like mixing for so long, and then I keep sending it to like I don't know, some friends. Like,
Yeah.
do you have feedback? I can't hear it anymore. Help me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and what I do a lot now is I have 2 or 3 guys that sometimes work with me on songs. When I'm really stuck, I just send it off to them, and all of a sudden they have like a completely different angle. That's also what's cool about collabing. That's
Yeah.
what I also try to do a lot with what I did with In My Bones with Rayos. I had like the melody idea and like a little drop idea. I had that idea for like 3 years, I think.
Nice.
And then I sent it to him, and he all of a sudden had such a different approach, such a different angle, that all of a sudden I was like again super inspired
Yeah.
by that idea that I had for 3 years.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like that's I think the perfect way
Yeah.
to collab, of course. Just having someone with a
Yeah,
different
and instead of just going into the studio with nothing, I really think that's hard. That's hard for me to go in and like go from scratch, and then also like having someone sitting next to you that's kind of like also expecting something
Yeah.
from you,
that's true.
because you go into the studio with someone because you think someone is a good producer or is cool, and then I have the feeling that like, well, that person thinks I'm a good producer, otherwise he wouldn't be here. So now I have to deliver that
Yeah,
I am a
that's
good
true.
producer.
True, yeah. Always like feeling a bit nervous.
Yeah.
What will come out of it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's always like you're getting judged, almost like making a school test. I feel
True.
like.
That's always hard. I mean, of course, it depends on the producer, but
Yeah,
like,
of course.
yeah, for me as well. I've been working with producers I've been looking up to when I was like a kid, also
Yeah.
from Stamped, and now they're like, yo, let's go to the studio, make something. I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna do this? But then, yeah, I don't know, the vibes have been like good.
Good.
And
Great.
then, there, like you said, there was always like some idea
Yeah.
ready, and then they were like, oh, let's work on that idea and just go from there. Definitely works better.
Well, let's also try it if you're down.
Let's go.
Stamped
We'll see.
Studios will be there.
For sure. Yeah, love the Stamp Studios.
Best place.
Definitely.
I was lucky to have my little spot here, but sadly not anymore.
Mm.
So I'll be at the Stamped Studios a bit more, hopefully.
Cool. I will see you there
I'll
then.
see you there.
Yeah, it's for me it was like after I graduated the Herman Brood Academy, I was like, okay, where's my space where I can like connect with other people and stuff, and then the STEM Studios is exactly that. Like everybody, like producers are there. It's just a musical vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I've been through the whole process of when it was because before it used to be, I think it was called FC Walvis. Like
Nice.
a different studio. It was already a studio building.
Yeah.
But then I like the whole process of how they rebuilt the whole studio was crazy. Like also the Dolby Atmos room. It's nuts.
Insane. So did they have like, did they make like new rooms or?
I think so. Like all the bigger studios, they were already there, so
Yeah.
they just like redid everything. And I think where the Dolby Atmos room is now was like just storage. I think.
Wow.
I think they actually built that whole room.
That's amazing.
And the
Yeah,
new
looks
ones
crazy.
are like the smaller studios. I think those are new.
Nice. Yeah, I love all the studios. I don't
Yeah.
know if you have a favorite one, but for me, I don't
Um,
know.
I think the one like going where you go downstairs. That's
Oh, yeah.
Studio 5.
With
I
the, like
think.
the white panels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Same.
think that one's the nicest.
It feels like a spaceship as well.
Yeah,
Just the vibe is nice and
Yeah.
the speakers, of course.
yeah.
Cool.
It's acoustics are crazy. Well, thank you for joining.
Thank you for the invite.
Now we have to head to the Stamped Studios.
Yes. Gotta go make some music.
No, let's work on a song. Let's make
Let's
it
do it.
happen.
Yeah, that will be great. Definitely.
Thank you guys for tuning in again, and see you on the next one.